Howdy, I'm Ethan Morgan, and I did my report on Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls. I believe she has borderline personality disorder. A description of Gretchen Wieners is she is a character from the movie Mean Girls. Mean Girls takes place in a 2004 high school setting with a strict hierarchy, which determines the power and influence of a person. In the movie, Regina King is at the top of this hierarchy and is treated like royalty. Regina King's right hand woman is Gretchen Wieners, who almost always follows Regina King's orders. The diagnosis I gave Gretchen Wieners is borderline personality disorder. It is a pervasive pattern of instability of interpersonal relationships, self image, and effects and marked impulsivity, beginning by early adulthood and present in a variety of contexts. Since Gretchen goes to high school in early 2000s in America, I believe no matter what, I believe whether you take her culture or current culture, she would still be diagnosed the same. Borderline personality disorder has often been used as a wastebasket for a lot of professionals who can't accurately diagnose a patient, often assign them borderline personality disorder. For this reason, I believe it is diagnosed in all cultures. The various stigmas that surround BPD that are that people who are diagnosed with it only cause heartache and trauma to loved ones, are miserable people who make people around them miserable, the worst types of patients who are non-compliant and draining, and that you must walk on eggshells when around someone with BPD. The first piece of evidence that Gretchen Wieners has BPD is a pattern of unstable and intense personal relationships. This is shown with her overbearing relationship with Jason and Regina. Throughout the movie, Jason is shown only using Gretchen when it is convenient for him. Otherwise, he often ignores her completely. Despite this, Gretchen is often seen pursuing Jason even after he has shown no interest by dating other girls and even attempting to get with one of her friends. As for her relationship with Regina, at a certain point in the movie, Gretchen feels replaced as Regina's right hand woman. It is stated that after the shift in their relationship, the meaner Regina got, the harder Gretchen tried to get into her good graces again. The second piece of evidence is the second symptom of BPD is showing inappropriate and intense anger. This is shown when Gretchen is giving a report in class and when she tells Regina she can no longer sit at the table. During the report, Gretchen makes a comparison between Regina and Julius Caesar, where she becomes extremely upset at the power Julius Caesar held when he was alive and begins to yell and cry during the report. When Gretchen and Regina are sitting at the lunch table, Regina has broken a rule of the friend group. Gretchen goes from calm to yelling at Regina, telling her she can no longer sit at the table with them. Another symptom of BPD is making suicidal gestures. Throughout the movie, Gretchen has never makes or implies any suicidal thoughts or gestures throughout the movie. For the treatment plan, I would implement dialectical behavior therapy and mentalization based treatment. Dialectical behavior therapy consists of cognitive behavioral therapy and Eastern philosophy. It consists of weekly individual group sessions that teach life skills such as mindfulness, distress tolerance, regulation of emotions, and interpersonal effectiveness. This type of therapy provides evidence of the treatment group also showed improvements in measurements of anger, social functioning, and global assessments and required fewer psychotropic medications. This will help Gretchen control her anger and outbursts. Mentalization based treatment has roots in attachment theory, and its goal is to improve the patient's ability to understand their own and others' mental states. The treatment uses weekly individual therapy sessions and group sessions over 18 months. It has the advantage of having much shorter training periods and requirements than those of for other treatments. Using this type of treatment will help Gretchen deal with her attachment issues with Regina and Josh. Uh, the barriers, the barrier preventing Gretchen from getting treatment could very well be a social barrier. Since Mean Girls has a strict hierarchy, Gretchen sees her social status as very important. Because of this, she could possibly refuse treatment for BPD because of the stigma of mental disorders in 2004. Gretchen could possibly refuse the treatment as it could affect her spot in the social hierarchy. In the broader perspective, I believe Gretchen is an accurate portrayal of the disorder because she displays a lot of similar traits to people who have BPD, such as a fear of abandonment, change in interest and values based on others, etc. I believe film can influence the understanding by showing one narrow portrayal of a disorder. This can be good in the sense of bringing awareness to certain aspects of a disorder, but this can also be bad because another aspect of the same disorder can be completely overlooked and ignored. And here are my references. Thank you.